friends and family. It has been so long since I have picked up my camera to kind of check in, I guess. Last time I picked up my camera, I was saying this. I feel like a lot of times when I film the stuff that Allan and I are doing, that it's always for an event or something special that we're doing, or an outing, or we're traveling, and that's fun and all, but I also miss connecting with everyone and miss staying in touch when we're doing our day-to-day things, which we're doing a lot of lately. But yeah, I just kind of thought maybe what I could start doing is just like having my camera with me during the week and just picking it up whenever I feel like chatting or sharing something, and maybe just uploading it once a week. And that was way back in January. And I also wanted to show you this at the time. Look how pretty this all is. It snowed last night.
Hey.
It's really coming down now.
Just like
get my hair in my mouth.
so I started to get really annoyed, so I went and made a point of picking up heavier weights than him and starting to curl them.
And now here we are, and it's 93 and June. So it's clearly been a very long time. But yeah, I guess I just wanted to kind of say hi again. Things are going well. School year is almost over. I have got 8 more days of work before summer and moving on to the next thing. And once school ends, I'm heading back to Chicago. I'm so excited. The reason why I don't say we is because Allan's gonna be staying in Arlington for just a little bit longer than I am, because I would like to be in Chicago for interviews, for, you know, to work for the summer before the next school year starts. So yeah, it's all very exciting. A little bit sad that this chapter is kind of coming to a close. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you this random little park where I work because it is so pretty. So have a look. How lucky am I that this is right across the street from where I work. And even though it is a million degrees right now, I've been waiting 2 winters for this, so I am not gonna complain. It feels so flippin' hot. My camera overheated in like a minute, and now I'm overheated. I don't know, I'm one of those weird people who, if I know the bus is gonna take a long time, I'll like walk to the next bus stop just to get closer to home and just keep walking and walking and walking. It is too hot to do that. I've walked like 5 bus stops. That's enough. Side note, this pizza place smells like Bali. I think it's the wood chips that they burn, and it's right next to a 7-Eleven. So I totally feel like Bali.
Boston Station. The base fare is $1.75.
Hi, I don't know what this is. So it is the next day, and yesterday I talked to you about closing this chapter of living in Virginia, and it has been great in some ways, but living away from family and friends is really tough. And when I moved to Australia nearly 5 years ago, I knew it was going to be a life-changing move, but I just didn't anticipate how much it would actually affect me. And I was living in one of the most beautiful places on earth, and I was surrounded by people who were just so kind and caring and loving to me. But deep down, I was just always a little bit unhappy, and it was the first time that I experienced social anxiety, and I think that came from just jealousy that all these amazing people I was with weren't my family and friends, which, I don't know, I've never experienced that before. It was completely new to me. And it's hard to explain, but if you've been in a similar situation, you know that rational thought is not in control there. And long story short, living away from home is really tough. And I wanted to share some things that help me to cope with living somewhere far away from everything that you love. So first thing is to find things around you that bring joy to your day-to-day life. So when I was in Sydney, I loved the beaches, I loved the fresh tropical fruit, great coffee, Triple J radio, I miss it, great vegan food, coastal walks, yeah, so much great stuff. And here in Virginia, I've really come to like walking to our local town center, finding new treats at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, getting sushi from our local train station. Springtime, loved spring in Virginia. I've never liked spring as a season before, loved it here. But just finding things in the place where you are and acknowledging that they make you happy just makes a world of a difference. Just being present and knowing that these things are making you happy and are bringing you joy is so important. Secondly, it's really important to stay in touch with people, and it's so easy these days. Like, it just seems foolproof because we've got like Skype and Facebook Messenger and Slack and WhatsApp and iMessage and like all these free, easy ways to communicate with people. But you have to do the work and you have to put in the effort and stay in touch with people, because otherwise life gets so busy, we get caught up in all of our own dramas, and it's so easy to push it to the side and just leave it another day, leave it another week. Next thing you know, it's been a few weeks and you haven't been in touch with people who you really care about. So make the time, and as daunting as it may be sometimes, it is very gratifying, so be sure to stay in touch. And lastly, my advice is to work on yourself and think of things that make you happy and just do them. Whether you like cooking or photography or fitness, I don't know, whatever it is, just keep doing it, because I feel like the times when I feel most at home are when I'm pursuing things that I find rewarding. I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes I feel like that sense of like home and security comes more from things that are familiar more than an actual physical place. I don't know, maybe I'm just a strange person. When my parents tore down my childhood home to build the house that they live in now, I didn't cry at all. I wasn't sad, because I knew that being with my family and my friends was so much more important than the actual home that I lived in. So I don't know, I guess I always just kind of think of that. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to me, for joining me today, and I'm really excited for things that are coming up. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.